Hello, everyone. Excellent evening, everyone. Excellent evening to every one of us. We're all highly welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Today, we're going to be looking at menopause and fasting. How do you harness benefits of fasting for a healthier you during menopause? Okay, we all know that we are all fasting now. 66 by some churches, water only for 7 days, 3 days, whichever method, they are all fasting. Okay, so you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome. This is Aging with Grace once again. If you've joined me live, you can greet, so I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, welcome to every one of us. And of course, again, share, let's share out to all our family members, let's share out to all our church members, because everyone is fasting now. Let's share out to all our mosque members. Everyone is fasting now, so it's better for us to share love. You're going to gain a lot from this broadcast that we are doing today. It's a promise I'm giving you, and I always meet up. I even meet up more than so you're going to gain a lot today. You're going to learn so much today from today's broadcast. I'm going to be coming your way. And as we look at today, we're going to look at how to choose your preferred fasting window and eating window. What are some of the intricacies in it for a menopausal woman, for a middle-aged woman, for any woman that is 40 years and above, 50 years and above? You can't just dive into fasting like every other person. You need to be careful. I was discussing with someone yesterday, and she was telling me, because of the fasting they are doing in their church, she's having constipation. Constipation can come if you don't know how to, and some of these things we're going to be looking at today, and also the fasting window that is better for you. We're going to be talking about you focusing on nutritious, dense food, okay? We're going to be talking about staying hydrated. We're also going to be talking about some of the foods you should avoid, and also mindful eating and some other things like exercises you can do during this period. Of course, as a menopausal woman, you're not just an ordinary person. You already, I always tell us that we're on top. So you're welcome. So if you join me live, you can greet, so I can welcome you to this evening's broadcast. And I want to ask you this question: how have you been? How was last week? How was your weekend? And how is today doing? And if you've been fasting, how has it been? Okay? Now, another thing we should know is that wellness is a necessity for good life. Wellness is a necessity for good life. And whatever saves you pain is great gain for you. Whatever saves you pain is great gain for you. So today, as we look at menopause and fasting, menopause and intermittent fasting, menopause and church fasting, menopause and 66 fasting, or whatever fasting you call it, how do you harness the benefits of this fasting for a healthier you? Okay, because when we talk about health, we are talking about the 8 dimensions of health: spiritual health, physical health, mental health, psychological health, environmental health. Okay, all the social health, they are all parts of the health that we're talking about. So when we talk about being a healthier you, we're also talking about looking at your spiritual life also. I'm going to be sharing some of my own life experiences that can maybe help 1 or 2 people out there. So you're all highly welcome, and make sure you take the good out of the wellness that you have and the gain out of the wellness that you have. Okay, so you can also follow us on our other social media platform: Facebook, Aging with Grace; TikTok, Aging with Grace; and YouTube, Aging with Grace. So we come your way, and you can actually join us in those places. So again, if you want to connect with me specifically, personally, you can chat me also on my WhatsApp number. Okay, you can reach me. My WhatsApp number is +234 703 515 1642 +234 703 515 1642. Okay, so that's my WhatsApp number. You can reach me here. Hello, Guntayo Toyosi, you're welcome to this evening's broadcast. Welcome, Emmanuel Omar. Welcome, Mojisola and Janet Flole. So you can greet, like I said, if you've joined me live. Okay, follow me on my other social media, like, comment, ask questions, and also share with others. Like people who are not on Facebook, by tomorrow, if you go on YouTube, TikTok, you will find them there, and you can actually share with others. We all know that navigating through menopause can be filled with new challenges, especially for those who are just coming in. All the 40s and 45s, 49, before 50 that are coming in, okay? So particularly when you're managing your weight and energy, intermittent fasting or fasting, I'm going to be telling you, most of the fasting the churches are doing now are under intermittent fasting when we are talking about health. So they are all that intermittent fasting if we're talking about health, okay? So intermittent fasting for menopause is one approach that's actually gaining popularity for aiding weight loss, mental performance, overall health, and things like that. So if you're not familiar with intermittent fasting, but I know that a lot of people out there already do it in their churches, okay? For example, intermittent fasting is a pattern of eating that cycles between periods of fasting and periods of eating, okay? So food, you eat foods at certain windows. We call it the eating windows. And then you also stay away from food at certain windows. We call it the fasting windows. So it's intermittent in the sense that you're moving in between eating windows and fasting windows, okay? So that's what's called intermittent fasting. So you have a strict period or a strict window where you do not eat anything. You don't allow any food come your way. You don't put any food in your mouth. So that's your eating window, your fasting window. Then you also have a period where you eat, where you can eat healthy food, now you're not even looking at quantity per se, but you know everything has to be in moderation. We're going to be looking in details with that. So how does intermittent fasting benefit us as women? 40 and above, 35, women generally. And then how does it also benefit us as menopausal women specifically? And also how do we fit into the menopausal phase of life when we are talking about our fasting time? Okay, so there are health benefits that you can get if you're doing intermittent fasting, especially for women above 40 and 50. So even with your church 6 to 6, so 6 to 6 is like 12 hours eating window and 12 hours non-eating window. Let me show you how it goes. 6 a.m., 6 to 7 to 8 to 9 to 10 to 11 to 12 to 1 to 2 to 3 to 4 to 5 to 6 is 6. Is like 6 to 6. I think what they normally say 6 to 6. You start eating, you fast from 6 to 6. I think that's what it is. So you fast from 6 to 6. So you eat after 6. Now the thing with that 6 to 6 is that some people stick to that 8 hours, 7 hours of fasting, and then they now eat. You find some people, they wake up 2 a.m. in the morning. They say it's not yet 6 a.m. So they will choose something. They wake up 5 a.m. They look at their clock. Okay, it's not yet 6 a.m. They choose something. So the problem with such is that you even have a longer eating window. Okay? And some people deceive themselves. 5 a.m. they will cook, eat like this, because it's not yet 6 a.m. That's not good. I'm sure that's not what some of the churches expect us to do. Okay? If you have slept by maybe 9, 10, then you shouldn't eat until the next 6 p.m. That's when it will do you good, okay? Anyway, so if you're doing intermittent fasting, church fasting 6 to 6, or whichever type of fasting that you're doing, I'm going to be sharing with you very soon how many hours and what you can get if you have such hours of staying away from food. Stay tuned and make sure you get to that, because that's absolutely important and it's very, very mind-blowing. When I got to research and I got that, I was so excited about it. So number one, intermittent fasting or fasting generally can help with weight control and loss of body fats, okay? Whether which part of the body. Number two, it will help to balance your hormone by improving insulin levels, which will support better blood sugar control, okay? That's what fasting can also do for you again. Fasting will help reduce menopausal symptoms, absolutely, like hot flushes, which also can affect premenopausal women in the phase of perimenopause, okay? Of course, you know, so most women, by the time they enter post-menopause, they have reduced hot flushes and night sweats, especially if they handled it well before now. Hello, Folashade, you're welcome. Keneliwa, Olori, Adebayo, Rosa, Adenike, Jumoke, Mabel, Elijah, Jessica, Janet, we are all watching. Can we greet? Can we greet? Hello, Grace Udofia, you're welcome. Thank you for joining me. Good evening. Thank you for joining me. All right, okay. So, number 4, another thing that can happen is that when you fast, it will help to reduce food cravings. It will help to reduce food cravings. When we add a lot of weight, you find out that we are craving for food, okay? The 5th thing it can do for you is to promote longevity factors and also improve your quality of life. Absolutely. And it also reduces inflammation. You find out that when you fast, a lot of places where you're having inflammation that is causing pains for you, like arthritis is a form of inflammation. You find out that those places, the pains are reduced, whether on your fingers, on your knees, on your ankles, on your waist. Such pains are reduced, okay? It also helps to improve our mental clarity and less brain fog. If you're having a lot of brain fog, join the fasting now. Some churches are doing 100 days, 6 to 6. Some are doing 40 days. Some are doing 30 days. Make sure you join your church in whatever fasting they are doing. It's absolutely very, very important for you, okay? But we know that menopause is a transition that brings about significant hormonal changes, particularly a decrease in estrogen, which now can lead to various symptoms like I have mentioned, and I have done a video or 2 to 3 videos on symptoms of menopause. Mood swings, hot flushes, night sweats, weight gains. I have 34 symptoms of menopause on this my page. You can just type aging with grace 34 symptoms. You will get the video. I also have 70 symptoms of menopause. Aging with grace 70 symptoms. Just on Facebook, you're going to get me, okay, to get to know all that. I've done a lot about that. I'm not going to spend time there. But you know, many people talk about unwanted weight, especially at this menopause. We have weight that, you know, settles in the midsection. That's why by the time you look at a woman, once you see that belly, you know her age, at least her age range, okay? Because, and sometimes it even leads to obesity for some, and that's a major concern during menopause. Weight gain generally. There are some people that their own is actually weight loss. I've met a lot of people that their own is on the opposite direction also. And this weight gain is because of metabolic rate that slows down, okay? And then the fat distribution shifts to the midsection, making weight management much more challenging than how it will be. But you know what? Fasting has been shown to help, because fasting lowers your calorie intake and supports your hormonal balance. Okay, so in this broadcast, I will dive into the world of intermittent fasting. I will try to be as fast as possible, because this is going to be a loaded video. I don't promise you it's going to end, you know, but it will end within 1 hour, all right? We've already done 15 minutes. I'm going to be very, very fast. So I'm going to be talking about menopause, exploring the benefits of intermittent fasting, and the consideration and tips that will help you to get started if you've been afraid to fast. No, don't be afraid to fast at this period. It's very, very beneficial for us, and it's something we all have to do. I know the good thing is that when you're fasting with people, it's easier for you, and that's why I'm coming your way this period of fasting to talk about this, okay? So it can get you to get started, encourage you, motivate you to get started, and it also can show you how you can improve if you have been fasting before. So to start practicing intermittent fasting or fasting generally, you will begin by, you know, choosing manageable fasting methods that will fit your lifestyle. What can fit your lifestyle? What are you doing and what can fit it? And then you gradually integrate it into your daily routine, while also paying attention to your body's response. Okay, during any time you're beginning to fast, you must listen to your body. What is your body telling you? It's very, very important. I always tell us that at this age, we ought to have learned our body to know what our body is telling us. So fasting is good, but you need to choose what works best for you. Are you a woman who go out in the morning and then you come back in the evening? Or are you someone who work from home? You're a housewife, you're a retired woman, or is your work very, very hectic? All these are some of the things you need to put into consideration when you're choosing the type of fast you're going to take, okay? So when you want to practice intermittent fasting, go into fasting, especially during menopause, follow these steps to get started. Number 1, choose your preferred eating window. We're going to be talking about it briefly now. Focus on nutritious, dense food. I'm also going to dive deep into that. Stay hydrated and avoid some food, especially liquid calories. You need to avoid liquid calories. Some people will say, hey, I don't eat much. You give them food, they will just take small. Then they will now down a whole bottle of drink on top of it. If you check, that food you gave them, the full bowl of food, may have lower calorie than the bottle of drink that they are taking. So it's also very good. And then you need to also practice mindful eating during, and be very, very mindful about your eating windows, and also do some exercises. So let's talk about choosing your preferred method of eating window. Remember, I told you that intermittent fasting has eating window and fasting window. So there are several ways to practice intermittent fasting depending on your schedule and your preferences, like I've said before. So the popular method, which is what I always do, is also 16-8 method. That's you fast for 16 hours and then you eat for within 8 hours. So all your meal will lie within 8 hours, okay? So they also have another method which is called 5-2 methods. 5-2 method is eating normally for 5 days and then reducing your calorie intake for 2 consecutive days. Usually you eat little. You go to what we call fasted life. You use saucer to take your food for those 2 days, okay? That's it, okay? Then other options also include alternate day fasting. That's following a fasting protocol, like you do 6 to 8, or maybe you're doing 14 to 12 windows, which is what I said that most people who are doing fasting 6 to 6 here stick to, but only every other day. So you will do 16-8 window today, then the next day you eat, then the next day you do 16, like that. You alternate it by day also, okay? But actually, this is very, very difficult to maintain. So I don't advise this. I advise that you maintain one. Maybe like you take 16-8 window or 14-12 window and you stick to it so that your body gets absolutely, used to it, and you're very much in control of it because you're very, very used to it, okay? So that's how that works. All right. So also you can fast for 24 hours once or twice a week. That's another type of fasting that is also like an intermittent fasting that can work for you. So you choose a day in the week that you fast. Maybe every Monday you don't taste food, or every Tuesday you don't taste food, or on Sunday or Saturday or something like that. This can work for people who are working, who have jobs that they go out in the morning, and those jobs are very hectic, but weekends they are at home. So they can take that Saturday they are at home to fast. They don't eat on Saturday, or they take Sunday to fast. They don't eat on Sunday. Remember, I say whichever method you choose will depend on your lifestyle and the kind of job you're doing, okay? So in summary, the most common fasting, intermittent fasting we have is 1, 16-8. You fast for 16 hours, you eat for 8 hours. 5-2. You take regular meals 5 days a week and you restrict your calorie 2 days. 14-12. You fast for 14 hours and you eat during the 12 hours window. Fasting for 24 hours once or twice a week. And then finally the alternative fasting using 16-12 or 14-12 windows that you do every other day. So to be very successful with fasting, it means you're able to maintain this pattern beyond several weeks. You maintain it for several weeks. Some people even take it as their lifestyle. Or like now, if you're doing this 100 days, you can extend it for another 6 months. So you do it for several weeks, okay? And in that case, it's very, very essential to choose a method, like I said, that aligns with your lifestyle and is sustainable in a long term. That's what is better for you. So consider the time you typically eat and decide which eating window would work best without disrupting your life too much. Because when it disrupts your life, you're not able to extend it for weeks. You're not able to do it for weeks, okay? So that's why it's absolutely very, very important for you to make sure you take the fasting window or the fasting method that can work for you. Hello, Grace. You're welcome. Welcome to this evening broadcast. How is Abuja? I hope Abuja is doing very well. Gloria Chebu, you're welcome. Josephine, you're welcome. Adiola, you're welcome. Adaize, you're welcome. Nani, you're welcome. Keide, you're welcome. Rita, you're welcome. Let me not bite my tongue. I'm just trying to be very fast so I can finish all I need to do in well. So to be very, very successful with fasting, it means you're able to maintain this pattern beyond several weeks, okay? So in that case, it's essential to choose choose a method that aligns with your lifestyle so that it can be sustainable. Consider the time you typically eat and decide which eating window will work for you without disrupting your life much, okay? So there is no right way actually to do intermittent fasting for women above 50. But the most beneficial, easiest method tends to be 16-8 window method. When I talk about benefits and when I talk about easier and when I talk about what has worked for many people, okay? So it's what is most important, and it's for you to find the method that will work for you, and that will work for your body, that will work for your schedule, that will work for your life, and you maintain it. Hello, Christy. You're welcome. Welcome to this evening's broadcast. So to be successful with fasting, it means you're able to maintain that pattern, like I said, beyond weeks, okay? So now, what's the best intermittent fasting for people? Like I've told you, it depends on you. It depends on your schedule. It depends on your lifestyle. It depends on your, your body also, what works easier for you. Okay, so I'm going to be slower and then I'll become fast again, because I want to read out to us the benefits of the fasting depending on the type of fast you have chosen. So it's very important. If you have a biro, get your biro and write this down, because it will help you to know what your target is. It will help you to know what do you want to achieve, what is your vision, what is your goal. So I'm going to read out that type of fasting and what it can help you achieve. And then there, I'm going to tell you what I have chosen to do and why I have chosen to do it that way, okay? All right. So, for example, if you stay without food for 4 to 6 hours, that's your fasting for 4 to 6 hours. One thing that can happen for you is your blood sugar level will decrease if you do this for a prolonged time. Just 4 to 6 hours for like 6 months. That's, you don't eat 4 to 6 hours for like 6 months. Is going to help you during the day to prolong your fasting window. Now take 10 to 12 hours. Okay, by the time you stay away from food for 10 to 12 hours, it will begin, your body will begin using your glycogen from the liver. It will begin using the glycogen from your liver, which is also good. It helps. Okay, so by the time you stay from 12 to 14 hours, then ketones will begin to rise. Your ketones will begin to rise. Okay, 16 to 18 hours, which is where I usually do every day, fat burning begins. So by the time you stay for 16 to 18 hours of not taking food, fat burning now begins at that period. So for some people, it's better for you to extend it a bit, and that's why you can take some days to stay away from food entirely, okay? Now, 24 hours, your human growth hormone increases. If you stay a whole day without taking food, your human growth hormones increases. And that's why it's recommended for every woman above 50 years, try at least once a month, even if you can't do weekly, or you can't do fortnightly, okay? But if you can start once a month, you can increase to fortnightly, you can increase to weekly. Stay without food for a whole day. That's 24 hours of not eating. I tell you, your growth hormones will increase. Now, if you can stay between 26 to 48 hours, that's like 2 days without taking any meal, autophagy increases significantly. Autophagy is a time where your dead cells are eaten by the good cells. So the dead cells in the body are eaten by the good cells. So you have more of the good cells. And this is very, very good, especially for people who have risk of cancers in their family, risk of arthritis in their family, risk of diabetes in their families, risk of autoimmune diseases, okay? So when you do 48 hours, the autophagy increases. And it's absolutely very, very good for you. So try, at least even if it's once a month, to stay for 2 days. Stretch without eating food. You will not die. You will not die. I tell you, it has so many benefits that we're going to be looking at very soon. Then the next one is if you stay for 50 hours without food. So if you divide 50 by, it's like 2.5 days, okay? So your insulin sensitivity increases. So for people who are diabetic, this is very, very good for them. Especially if you're diabetic and you have weight, try to do 2.5 days fasting every month. I tell you, it will go a long way. And if you can do it weekly, oh my goodness, that will be very, very wonderful. Then the last one is 72 hours plus. For 72 hours plus, that's you have stayed for 3 days, maybe 3 to 4 days, 3 to 5 days, and then the autophagy peaks. It gets to the best part of it. So for me personally, I've decided this year to be very, very consistent with my fasting. So every day I do 16-8 windows so that I can get the benefit of burning fats from my system. I can be very, very fat. And some of the fat in my body, I tell you, they are very stubborn. So when some people say their fats are stubborn, I laugh. I really, really laugh because they've not even seen anything. So I have decided to stay on 16-8 windows throughout this year. So what do? I get that benefit of burning fat. Then also adding to it, 1 day in a week I will skip so that I can have that 24 hours of human growth hormone increasing in my system. So I've decided every week, every Thursday, I stay without food till the next day. So if I eat on Wednesday, I don't take anything on Thursday. During that my intermittent fasting window, 16 to 8 hours, I eat something, and then after that, I don't take anything till Friday. Okay, so that's 24 hours. All right, then again, once a month, I've decided to do 3 to 4 days so that I'm sure that for 3 days, 72 hours, nothing enters my mouth. Sometimes I take it to 5 days. If I'm very, very strong and I don't have much doing, I take it to 7 days a week. So with this, you will see me rejuvenating, looking younger, and getting all the benefits that I have mentioned. So in general, what are the benefits I get from the fasting window I've chosen? Number 1, fat burning begins in my system. Number 2, human growth hormones increases. Number 3, insulin sensitivity increases, and autophagy peaks. So these are some of the benefits I get. All right. Say hello, Esther. How are you? Good evening. But can I drink water during? Yes, you can drink water. One thing with water is good. Drink water. But if you want autophagy to enter autophagy faster, some people say you should not drink water. But you see me, I'm camel. I drink water. Even if I'm doing these 16-8 windows, I drink water. I take plenty water because I just believe that water helps to detoxify during fasting and remove toxins through urine and sweating. Okay, so you can take water, except if your church says no water, or maybe there's a reason why you're not taking water. Maybe you are not able to do autophagy, you're not able to fast frequently, so you want to do one powerful one. You can decide to do 24 hours without water. If you do 24 hours without water, it helps you to enter autophagy and also to peak on the autophagy. Hello, thank you for the questions, Esther. God bless you. Thank you. Chibozo says, during the fasting, ma, will you take water and fruits? During the fasting, you take only water, you don't take fruits, okay? You don't take fruits except if you're particularly doing fruit fasting. If you're doing fruit fasting, that's another level on its own. Thank you for that question, Ada Chibozo. God bless you also. Chibozo Adachuku. So it's a good question. Take water. Take water. Water is important. I'm going to be talking about water very soon. But stay away from fruits, okay? So if you have any more questions, you can ask your question. But please try and copy this down. If you haven't copied it down, see me. I must not buy my talk today. Oh my goodness, this speed that because I just want to finish. I don't want to make this video too. I want all the information to be here. So I've pinned my WhatsApp number. If you need this, it's a table. It comes in a table. I will screenshot it and send it to you. So you can chat me on my WhatsApp number that is pinned on the comment section now and ask me for the benefits of fasting charts, okay, so I can send it to you. It will help you to choose what you need to do. Hello, Gladys. Good evening. Maduka. Good evening. Thank you, Patience. So, Sars. Good evening. God bless you. All right, so we move on. Now, when you're fasting, please, when you have your fasting window and your eating window. For your eating window, I beg of you, focus on nutritious, dense food. Focus on nutritious, dense food. If you're fasting, it's not the time for you to now just go and eat any rubbish. Because during the fasting period of your intermittent fasting, you need to avoid, when you're fasting, your fasting window, avoid taking any solid food, avoid taking any fruits, avoid taking any beverage, avoid taking anything. The only thing you can take is 0-calorie drinks like water. Some tea are 0 calories. And for people who need to be alert, you can take unsweetened coffee, because unsweetened coffee is also 0 calorie, okay? So fasting isn't an excuse to add more junk food to your diet. It's not an excuse, okay? So, and that's unfortunately, that's what made a lot of people do. When they finish fasting, they will now go on junk food. There's that temptation, but you need to overcome that temptation. For example, today has been a very, very busy day for me, because in my office, 2 of my staff have gone back to school. I usually use children that are on holiday. So, and I didn't plan well when they were leaving to focus to do so many things. So I just had a backlog of what I'm doing. So I'm using this week to schedule myself and go back to normal. Okay, so when it was time for me to break, around 6, I wanted to break. I was like, hey, I have broadcast by 8. Am I going to start making nutritious dense food again before I come and do my broadcast? How do I, combine both of them? I now did what? I said, okay, you know what? I already had vegetable soup in my freezer. I brought out the vegetable soup. And then I was supposed to take unripe plantain with his pack today. I'm like, how am I going to do this? So I quickly cut the unripe plantain, put it in the blender. As it was blending, I was trying to do 1 or 2 things again, okay? I had to stick to nutritious food. So this evening, I'm feeling light, because I took unripe plantain, which is iron, nutritious dense, with the back and everything that I blended, and I made amala with it, and I took a whole bowl of vegetable. If you looked at my food today, 75% was vegetable. 75% was vegetable. The remaining 25%, I shared it for the protein, and I took fish, and then I took goat meat, and then I now took the unripe plantain, okay? I'm feeling very light, because that unripe plantain is even filled with vegetables on its own. So during your eating windows, prioritize nutritious dense foods which are rich in fiber. Unripe plantain with the back is rich in fiber, vegetable rich in fiber, which has protein. I took mackerel because I needed omega-3. Healthy fats, vitamins and minerals, they are very, very important for you, okay? So during this fasting, you need to be very, very careful. You need to aim at taking an anti-inflammatory diet, okay? You can chat me on my WhatsApp number. I have a lot of books on diets that you can take. I even have a book specifically designed for somebody who wants to fast and lose weight, okay? There are foods that are designed for you. This approach is best for keeping you satiated and providing the necessary nutrients to support your body through the menopausal transition that we are going through. It's absolutely very, very important for you to take it at that time. It's good for you, okay? All right. So also, when we are in menopause, it requires that certain nutrients be higher in amount to ensure that we have the best of lifestyle and we are healthier. So certain nutrients should be in higher amount so that we can include them in our diets when we are fasting. We need to know those nutrients and include them. For example, menopause increases the risk of osteoporosis. I'm sure you have heard that. If you watch my video, I put it as one of the symptoms of menopause. So because it increases the risk of osteoporosis during menopause, it's important for you now to take adequate calcium and vitamin D, and they are needed for your bone health. You find out that when you're fasting, sometimes calcium is depleted. So you need to make extra effort to make sure that you add calcium to your diet during this fast. And so it's very, very important for you to take some calcium foods that will give you calcium during this fast. But if you can't, then calcium supplements will be very important for you. I'm trying to get my calcium. I don't even know where it is. Okay, calcium and vitamin D supplements are very, very important for you. I have vitamin D, very, very good. You can combine it with your nature meal, and they are going on absolutely very, very good promo. Okay, Very, very good promo. I'm telling you, very, very fantastic promo. I'm doing it for this fasting period. I'm going to be showing you some of those supplements that are going on very, very good promo for you, because these are needed for your bone health. Okay, then protein is also important. It's good because protein will help to maintain your muscle mass and will not make your skins to be flabby. And then they also help in fighting, they are increasing your antioxidants that will fight inflammation and oxidative stress. So one thing again that will be good for you, if you're looking for a drink to take when you just before you break your fast, take your light ultra drink. Just put 1 scoop inside like a 1 liter bottle, shake it very well, and use it as your drink while you're breaking your fast. This will help give you all the nutrients that you need, okay? Because it's filled with vitamin A, vitamin C, calcium, vitamin D, vitamin E, thiamine. So if you have this, you will have enough protein to keep your muscle mass strong so that it will not be flabby, okay? And all the other muscles in your body that they are not flabby, but your muscle mass is very, very good. So this is one of the products I advise during this fasting. Every woman should have it. If you're during your menopause, you should have it, okay? All right. Another thing is that you must emphasize healthy foods like nuts, seeds, like flax seed, chia seed, almond nuts, walnut, pumpkin seed, sunflower seeds. They are very good for you. Also emphasize fresh foods, okay? When you're taking fresh food, make sure you include berries, citrus, apples, okay, in them. They are very, very good for you. Pawpaw, and many times the fruits in season. Whole grains like wild rice, quinoa, oats are very good for you. Take your grains in whole grains. Vegetables are absolutely very important. You must include them. Broccoli, kale, spinach, ugu, tete, ewedu, pepper, sweet potato, mushroom, avocados, and all that, okay? Then what are some of the things you need to avoid during this fasting? If you want to optimize your fasting during your menopause, avoid soda and other sugar sweetened beverages. Avoid them. Keep them away so that your body gets used to not taking them and you won't have that desire for them again. Refined carbohydrate like white bread and other white flour products are not good for you. Sausage roll, meat roll, fish pie, all those things, because of the pastries, they are not good for you at all. Processed meats and high fat red meats are also not good, okay? Fried food, try not to fry. Go and get an air fryer. Get an air fryer or boil or steam your food. High sugar snacks such as cookies, candies. You know, sometimes we say, oh, you're feeling somehow, you only take it. Just avoid them. Refined sugar and, of course, trans fat, they are not good for you. So let's look at some of the tips and precautions that you're supposed to take during intermittent fasting, okay? If you're a menopausal woman, if you're a menopausal woman, God will help me today. So while it's wise for you, just about everyone to approach intermittent fasting armed with knowledge, there are some extra precautions that every woman above 40 or approaching menopause should consider if you're beginning to fast. The first thing was where I started. Listen to your body. Menopause is a time of significant change. Listen to your body. And every woman's experience is unique. Listen to your body. Pay attention on how your body responds to intermittent fasting and adjust accordingly. Don't go and copy somebody and start doing what somebody is doing. For example, you might have better results when you expand your eating windows by 1 or 2 hours. I do 16-8. Your own might be better if you do 14-12. Someone's own might be better if the person does 18-6. Do you understand? So you just have to listen to your body, okay? And if you experience any of these side effects, consider changing your method. Try intermittent fasting at other time or stop fasting at all. 1, if you are feeling very dizzy and fainting in a way that is really, really bad, you need to stop it. If you're having so much cramps that is beginning to affect your day-to-day life, you need to stop it. You need to watch it. So the second thing, you need to prioritize getting enough sleep. Good sleep is very, very crucial during intermittent fasting for several reasons. 1, It helps recovery and repair. Sleep is a time for the body to repair and rebuild. To repair and rebuild. So when combined with fasting, which also promotes cellular repair, fasting promotes cellular repair. Adequate sleep can enhance these restorative processes, and it's very, very good for you, okay? Another thing is hormonal balance. Lack of sleep can disrupt hormones and actually regulate appetite. Do you know? Like cortisol, ghrelin, and leptin. These are some of the hormones that can make fasting more challenging, and they can lead to overeating during eating windows. So you need to be very, very careful. Sleeping well can also increase your energy level. Quality sleep ensures you have enough energy to sustain your fasting periods without feeling over fatigued or irritable. Another thing that happens with sleep, when you sleep enough during fasting, stress management. Poor sleep can increase stress levels so much, which can actually negatively impact your ability to maintain a fasting routine and make healthier choices during your food time. So why consider intermittent fasting during menopause? Why should we do that? I'm going to give you some reasons. Intermittent fasting is not a diet because it focuses more on when you eat rather than on specific foods or quantity consumed. So while the quality of food is not central aspect of this approach, it's still important, as a healthier diet combined with intermittent fasting will lead to best results. So yes, we know it's not about the food. We know it's about the timing. But when you now combine a healthy food with intermittent fasting, you will get fantastic results. Intermittent fasting offers several benefits that will align well with the needs of every menopausal woman, including common issues that may face us during this stage, such as trouble managing our sugar level, high blood pressure, weight gain, high cholesterol. All these can be helped if we do intermittent fasting. In fact, even many healthcare providers, doctors, nutritionists, nurses, who typically don't even recommend fasting, view menopause as an opportunity time for you to explore it. Especially for those of us who have dealt with a lot of women, we advise that you try fasting to checkmate those menopausal symptoms that you're having. So consider that hormone levels are likely to fluctuate significantly during and after menopause. Fasting is very important and it can help you. Again, intermittent fasting helps with weight management, because one of the key benefits actually that people take it is those people who are obese, those people who are overweight. Intermittent fasting helps them, especially during menopause. Its potential for weight loss is very, very researched and is very, very good because it improves metabolism. While this isn't a vast amount of, they've not done really big amount of research on it, studies have shown that metabolic and weight loss benefits are the same between premenopausal and postmenopausal women, and fasting has been seen to help them. So because intermittent fasting promotes metabolic switching, where your body shifts from carb burning into fat burning. So, and you remember I've shown you that table at the window that by the time you've not eaten for 18 hours, your fat begins to burn. So that's why it's very good for menopausal women, because by then you're shifting from burning the carb in the food you're eating to burning the stored fat in your body. And this will actually enable your body to become more metabolically flexible, which has a range of health benefits, including anti-aging. Many people you see looking young, glowing, okay? Women of God out there, is because they engage in weekly fasting, daily fasting. In fact, some studies suggest that intermittent fasting can help in reducing menopausal symptoms like hot flushes, night sweats, which are among the most common menopausal symptoms that women actually experience. And again, if fasting can help improve a woman's sleep, she's likely to benefit in numerous ways, such as having more daytime energy, having better focus, less irritability, more control of her appetite, with fewer cravings, including craving for sugar. So navigating menopause and intermittent fasting will actually help to improve menopausal symptoms. It has been found out. Another good thing that intermittent fasting and fasting does for you, it gives you mental clarity and energy. Many people, men and women who practice intermittent fasting, have reported a noticeable improvement on mental clarity and their energy levels. Okay, so, and this will counter the typical fatigue and brain fog associated with us menopausal women. Some even find out that fasting helps to improve their physical body as well as their mental performance. Okay, another thing, thank you for the thumbs up, thank you for the love, is that when intermittent fasting helps to reduce inflammation. Chronic inflammation is a common issue during menopause. We have a lot of it, okay? And this contributes to the various health problems we are having, like diabetes, arthritis, pains here and there. You find some women, they say they're having pains all over their body. All these are inflammation that is doing that, okay? So intermittent fasting has been shown to reduce markers of inflammation, and that will actually potentially ease menopausal symptoms that are linked with inflammatory responses, such as joint pain, mood swings, like I've said before. Another thing intermittent fasting does for you, which I also showed you on the chart, is cellular repair. Okay, cellular repair process. Studies actually show that fasting activates cellular repair processes, such as autophagy, where cells remove and recycle damaged components. I told you in layman English, what it means is that the good cells eat up the bad cells in your system. And this process is very, very crucial for maintaining cellular health. Remember that our body, sickness, everything boils down to the cellular level. So this process of autophagy, this process of intermittent fasting that leads to autophagy, will help with actually your maintaining a cellular health. And it will help to prevent age-related diseases, such as heart disease, diabetes, certain types of cancer, which are concerns of us women, okay, at this postmenopausal stage. So in this way, intermittent fasting can promote longevity and also promote your quality of life. Another good thing about intermittent fasting is your brain health. If you choose to try fasting for longer periods, like 1 day skipping without food or doing 3 days a month, you may benefit from your body releasing more brain-derived neurotrophic factor, BDNF. And that's a protein that supports your brain plasticity, which is also very crucial for cognitive function and mental health. If you want to remain top of the game, like what I used to do in those days, if it's getting to our exam period and we will read too much, I'll take out some time to fast and pray. I fast for spiritual reason, I fast for psychological reason, I fast for emotional reason, I fast for mental reason, I fast for health reason. I want to get all the comprehensive benefits of fasting. That's what I do. So when you fast, it will help you, because it will also help to explain why intermittent fasting has been linked to improve brain health, reduce risk of neurodegenerative diseases like dementia. Okay, so intermittent fasting for women over 50 may also support mood reducing inflammation. You know, we have mood swings, irritability during this menopause, okay? And that can also increase brain protective compounds and offer you better mental clarity. Now, there are some things you need to do. Some things that can support intermittent fasting for us as women. That's what I want to briefly share with us, and we call it a day today. So, number one, you have to have enough electrolytes, such as magnesium, if you're fasting and you're about to start fasting. Magnesium and electrolytes support the body during fasting, particularly when it comes to maintaining hydration, energy level, and digestive health. You will need enough magnesium. So when fasting, especially for extended periods, the body can lose electrolytes and fluids. Electrolytes like sodium, potassium, magnesium, calcium will assist in maintaining you know, fluid balance in your body and supporting energy production at the cellular level. So you need to supplement. That's where I'm going at this period. You need to supplement. Supplementing with electrolytes, nutritious food, such as taking your nature main, vitalized women, bee pollen, during your eating window can help prevent dehydration and potentially the symptom associated with electrolyte imbalances. You know, when you have electrolyte imbalance, you will have fatigue, you will have headaches, you will have muscle cramps. So even for me, if I'm going to take a long fast of maybe like 10, 15, 21 days, I make sure I stock up these electrolytes in my system. And during this intermittent fasting, during my eating window, I make sure I take these electrolyte supplements during my eating window. One of them is our Nature Main. Nature Main is very, very affordable and very good. It has all the macro and micronutrients that you need. I've mentioned some electrolytes to you before, and this supplement has it: magnesium, magnesia, calcium, iron, phosphorus, iodine. Okay, they are all here. So if you're fasting at this period and you're breaking at any time, if you want to avoid fatigue, you want to avoid headaches, you want to avoid muscle cramps, please go get your Nature Main. You can chat me on my WhatsApp number +234 703 515 1642. I'm also doing promo on this, okay? +234 703 515 1642. Like I said, I'm also doing promo on this. This will help you. Magnesium and electrolyte, like I said, will also assist in muscle relaxation, helping you to get quality sleep. In fact, when people are having sleep disorder, I also recommend our Nature Main to such people to have, okay? Another one that has this magnesium is our Vitalized Women. Our Vitalized Women has the vitamin C, vitamin D, vitamin E, vitamin B6, vitamin B12, calcium, magnesium, iron. It's also very good. So I either take my Vitalized Women or I take my Nature Main. So if you say, oh, my pocket cannot afford Vitalized Women because it's more expensive, you can take your Nature Main. It will do the same thing for you, okay? During the fasting period. Not that it does exactly the same thing all through. Another thing we need as women at this period is maintaining optimal gut health. It's very, very essential during menopause, and it significantly influences hormonal production and balancing. This is particularly relevant for menopausal women practicing intermittent fasting, as gut health can impact the efficacy of your dietary approach, okay? So Forever Probiotic is specifically formulated with 6 bacterial strains tailored to support the unique health needs of every woman, including navigating through menopause. You know that death begins in the gut, so get your probiotic. It features a powerful blend of probiotics, prebiotics, and antioxidants designed to support a healthy microbe and digestive function. Another one is, like I said before, our Vitalized Women for adrenaline support. When the ovaries no longer produce hormones, the body will derive its estrogen and testosterone from the hormone DHEA. And DHEA is made from your adrenaline gland, which is why maintaining adrenaline health is very, very essential for you. So this Vitalized Women for adrenaline support is designed to balance stress hormone, which is crucial as we in menopause and fasting can both significantly impact our body responses, okay? So Vitalized Women is this supplement. It combines standardized adaptogenic herbs and nutrients, supporting healthy energy level. Wow, if you take this, I tell you, you will stop complaining about tiredness. It also helps our adrenaline gland, which plays a role in maintaining the hormone fluctuation of menopause. It also aids in maintaining healthy cortisol level, which is also essential for coping with stressors and fasting and menopausal changes that take place in our body. Again, it actually helps to support the hypothalamic and pituitary function system that we have. These are very, very good for you. I've already shown you all these products, okay? Now, also, our bee pollen. is also another product that you can use if you're doing intermittent fasting. It's rich and very, very good in vitamins, minerals, enzymes, amino acids, antioxidants. It has vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin E, zinc, and beta-carotene, which make bee pollen very, very supportive for our well-being. It's very, very good for us. I don't want to talk too much about it, but it's actually recommended, and it has science-backed benefits if you take bee pollen. Antioxidant protection, boosted immune system, easy menopausal symptoms, and all that. So I've already shown us these supplements that can help you. You can get any or combination of some of them that can help during this intermittent fasting, and they are all going on good promo for you, okay? So whichever one you want energy, you want boosting immune system, you want to have an antioxidant, protection, you want boosted immune system, get your bee pollen. And you know the good thing about bee pollen, every member of the family can take it, whether the husband, the wife, the children, it will help them. So this is general for all your family members that are fasting, okay? They are very, very good for you. And this product, I'm doing buy 2 and get 1 free. Any of the products, you just buy 2 at retail price, I give you the 3rd one free of charge. Or you can chat me. I have other promo that are going on. This also is very good for menopausal women. If you're fasting generally, for children and everybody, this is also good. And also Light Ultra goes around everybody that is fasting in your family. It's also very, very good for us, okay? So in conclusion, in 1 minute, intermittent fasting during menopause can be more than just a weight management strategy. It can be a holistic approach to enhancing your overall health, including by assisting in hormone balance, cellular processes, cognitive function, and also reducing certain menopausal symptoms that you might have. But intermittent fasting is not an excuse to eat poorly or to overeat within your eating window. I've said it before. Eat nutritious, dense food. Avoid processed food. Take up processed food. Is very, very important for you, okay? Intermittent fasting is also not a universal solution and should be tailored to an individual health, an individual needs, an individual lifestyle, and I've talked so much about this today. So please share this video to every of your church member that is fasting, every of your family member that is fasting, or that wants to go into fasting. Hello, patients. Good evening. You're welcome. So in the absence of any other question, I'm going to call it a day. Hello, Adeola Adebajo. You're welcome. Thank you. I'm just greeting those people I didn't greet. Evie Osayi, you're welcome. Please, if you're watching the replay, you can just put replay and you greet. And if you have any question, remember, chat me on my WhatsApp number +234 703 515 1642, which is pinned here on the screen. Chibozo says, Mom, please explain 68. I've explained it. Chibozo, go and watch the replay, I beg. Watch the replay, or chat me on my WhatsApp number, or screenshot this the slide that talks about it and send it to you. Time up. Thank you all for joining me today. I really, really enjoyed myself. I hope you did. Please share this video to everyone and join me on my other social media platform, YouTube Aging with Grace, Facebook Aging with Grace, and of course TikTok Aging with Grace. Thank you for joining me today. See you on Wednesday. We're going to be looking at some foods that you should take and how you should make up your food during fasting. Love you all. Bye.